Fellow travelers of Tibet, welcome back. So this tweet actually blew up a few days ago. What's an old Genshin incident that you'll remember forever, but new players will never know about? So I wanted to come in here and take a look at the comments. There's 530 of them. I sorted them by likes, and we're going to go through them and see what people will remember forever that new players won't. And I'm very excited to see what the OGs remember because it's been a long journey for Genshin. So here we go. For the person who posted this said C6 Bennett. Now, the thing is, my Bennett is still C5 and it's been like that for 5 years. I don't want C6. I don't have a reason to make him C6. So he's just C5 forever. I don't know. I'll probably make him C6 one day, but not anytime soon. So yeah, new players, don't C6 Bennett. No, I'm joking. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. The top comment in likes is not using Zhao's ult because it hurts him. I remember that. My friend was a Zhao main right when he dropped, and he complained about that. But yeah, that is something that no one will ever remember except for people who experienced that. OMG, and how you couldn't use characters in your party if they were on an expedition. That was a very, very old, like 1.0 thing. Yes, that is also true. Kaya is an Abyss Mage theory. I remember that. Back, like way back in the day, people were talking about that. Yeah, that aged like milk, didn't it? Kaya's not an Abyss Mage, people. A bit more recent, but Faceless Ayato, especially that one Russian account that kept posting lore about it. Dude, Faceless Ayato, we never saw his face for so long. Especially that one anime-like teaser they did for like Inazuma. He was there, but you couldn't see his face. Everyone was so curious why they were hiding his damn face. It was so funny. People were making so many memes about that. But now it's just forgotten Ayato because nobody remembers this dude. It's been so long since we've seen him or heard of him in game. Yeah, it's been a while. Everyone fucking hated Reckless Pallid because of the 1.2 event where he pushed Sucrose to the ground. So I did not play during 1.2. However, I do remember people hating him. I've seen so many people online talk about this. Yeah, this dude was public enemy number 1 for a while. Yep. Razor Main's having bad internet. I'm sorry? Wait, I don't remember this. Can someone remind me about this? Razor Main's having bad internet. Is it because he's... I don't know. I could theorize, but I don't know why this is a thing. Bennett is adult because cabbage. That is true. I completely forgot about that. Holy shit. It's been a while since I've even heard someone mention this. But yeah, Bennett, adult, that's not really a thing. How could you forget about the creator of this beautiful piece of art? Oh my god. There's something wrong about this piece of art, and I don't like it. This does not look right. I think I might have to block you now. I agree. Goodbye. People saying Kokomi is trash because she can't crit. Then after she was released, people saying she's OP. Bro, people were hating her kit, saying she's terrible, the worst character in the game. And then 2 or 3 patches later, everyone's saying she's the best character in the game. She's the best support. You need to get her. You need to have her in your party all the time. I remember that. Yeah, I got her. She's a crazy good healer. Yeah, no, Kokomi is great. You should definitely have her on your account. Venti sucking off everyone artifacts into the void with his burst. Yep, I remember that. That was a thing. Not letting Kaves into your world or they'll delete everything. I mean, come on. Who doesn't remember this? Even new players should know about this. It is the most iconic glitch hack ever in Genshin. Kaves just stealing everything from your world is hilarious. This was the funniest glitch ever. There were so many posts about it. I loved it. People still will not let a Kave main into their world because of this. Kokomi mains terrorizing Hu Tao mains. I remember that. That was a fun time. Honestly, bring it back. Everyone freaking out to collect Kazuha mats because they were only available in the summer quest, I think, at the time. Wait, really? Oh, you know what? I was playing during this time, but I wasn't like fully caught up with the story or the event. I did not do this event. This was the patch, that summer event, the first summer event. That was the patch where I like started grinding the game. So I didn't get to do the event, but that was when I really got into the game. Damn, I didn't know that. Okay, this person just listed off a lot of stuff. Drunk Kazuha. Ice Bridge to Inazuma. I mean, that's iconic. People still do that to this day. Kutching banner. Iconic again. She actually had her own banner. 242 days Ayaka banner. Yep. That was one of the best times in Genshin. That was hilarious. I want that to come back somehow. Everyone hating Cloud Retainer. Dude, that shit pissed me off. But Yelan and Pantalone shit? Dude, I somewhat remember. It's very foggy, but I kind of remember this. Kind of. Wait, yeah. Yeah, I kind of remember this. Damn, whatever happened to that? Hype about Sumeru because of Kale and Sino. Of course. Who wouldn't be excited about Sumeru because of them? That goddamn mushrooms. If it's what I think it is in Sumeru, maybe? How we waited for Wind Trace. Oh, yeah, Wind Trace. I remember that. Golden Apple. I mean, any new player can look that up. And then trying to enter Mona's home with Barbara. I tried that. I remember that. Dude, trying to enter Mona's home was so freaking funny. What we did back in the day is crazy. Ayaka's banner. Yeah, you just had to be there. It was hilarious. The good old Ayaka half a year banner. Good times, honestly. Good times. I never got her, by the way. I saved during that entire time. And I'm happy I did. When there was a bug for a while where you could go between the dock and a raft using a tall mail in Leeway Harbor and you could glitch under the water and run around and people try to get to Inazuma that way? I don't remember that. Honestly, I thought they were going to that one glitch where I think it was in Sumeru, where you kind of glitched out of the world by trying to go underneath something. I remember people doing that. Or was it Sumeru? Was it Leeway or Sumeru? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. I don't. If this is what I'm talking about, I don't remember people trying to get to Inazuma that way. But I do remember a glitch where you had to go under something, and you're like, I don't know if you were underground, under the water. You were definitely outside of the world. People calculating Celestia's coordinates, dude. People still do this. I don't think. Well, actually, wait. Duh. We know where Celestia is now, but I remember this. I was actually really into this type of stuff. I thought this was really fascinating and cool. I missed that. The damn Azdaha boss, highest level for the first time. With my poor team and their 0 good artifacts, that was a real nightmare, and I know I was not alone. Dude, all the early weekly bosses were awful to fight. Azdaha was tough as hell. My friend Ethan and I tried battling this boss multiple times. I remember we literally could not do it alone. We had to group up and we had to like get a perfect team, a perfect run. It was so challenging and difficult. Oh, I remember that. Raiden, when she first dropped, was hard as well. There was a lot of weekly bosses early game that were really difficult. But Azdaha was tough. When artifacts fell on the ground in co-op, that's 1.0 stuff. Very old. We had to use resin to claim the rewards. Yep. That was beginning of the game. You actually had to use your damn resin for that. Hey, girly. Oh, all of child stuff, yeah. Ganyu being the top cryo DPS. I remember that. Dude, Ganyu was overpowered at the beginning of the game when she came out. When Inazuma came out and everyone was mad about Kuki being a Yoimiya recolor. I don't remember that. I honestly do not remember that. People being mad about that? What? That's news to me. Anyways, the Google Classroom incident, I think every Genshin fan knows that, even new players. I mean, come on. The whole first anniversary, that was just insane. A joke. When I say a joke, the fan base is a joke. Like, come on. You guys are ridiculous. It's a game. Grow up. Walking up long-ass stairways to domains. I remember that. I never had an issue with that, if I'm being honest. And then they changed it. And I'm like, damn, this is so much better. No, I literally had no problem about the stairway and how you could trap people once you started a domain. If someone was not in that arena, they were stuck outside. I remember that. Yep. Breath of the Wild. I remember when Genshin came out, people were comparing it to that game. Yep. This one's a bit niche, but people thinking that there would be a bond system with the Hangout quest after the date with Lisa. Oh, I remember this kind of. Yeah. The bond system where like some characters you grow like a closer relationship with, and then some other characters you grow like farther apart and maybe you're not as close to them. I remember that. The Scaramouche, you've changed audio going viral on TikTok. I remember that. And then starting the domain with 3 Abyss mages in co-op in the corner, you'd get shot. Yep, I remember that too. Yep. Faceless Ayato, welcome back. Zhongli is very disappointing. Yeah, dude, the Zhongli discourse, that was rough. I honestly, when I first started playing, I didn't know this. And then a friend told me about it. I'm like, oh, damn. He was that bad they actually had to buff him? That's crazy. 2.8 livestream being insanely laggy and the Sumeru teaser being laggy and blurry as hell. Oh my lord, the flashbacks. I completely forgot about that. Dude, this wasn't the only time. There was like maybe 1 or 2 other live streams really laggy. But this one was crazy annoying because it was a 2.8 live stream, the summer event, and then the Sumeru teaser. Yeah, wow. Talk about a blast from the past. Dude, I remember I was in bed watching this because I just woke up for this. I literally thought it was like my phone or my internet. I'm glad it was everyone. And I mean, I looked it up right after, but that's actually insane. I completely forgot about that. That's awesome. Thank you for reminding me. Where does that comment? The Sumeru trailer. Thank you, Hazo. Oh, no, I have to go all the way back down. All right. The hacked Kave. Yep. Kave, we talked about that. Zhongli's first kit being so bad. Hoyoat was threatened. Yep. That's crazy. Ayaka banner. Diluc period? Don't know what that is. Eula racism. I kind of remember that, but damn, it's very hazy in my mind. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't really remember it. Early Genshin boycott, yep. Zhongli buff, yep. Barbara voice recast, I remember that. That I do remember. Zhao credit card fraud and cutting for Zhao. Bro, what chokehold did he have on us? Jesus Christ, cutting for Zhao? I mean, it makes sense, but that's terrible. Credit card, yeah, that makes sense. Kaya Icebridge. I feel old, but I generally don't know if anyone remembers how everyone lost their minds after hearing Zhongli was getting nerfed. I could imagine. Honestly, I could imagine. Master Jean is a bitch. Oh, that Klee freaking voice is so funny. Male Dendro Archon. He is merely 500 years old. Damn. That is a typo and a half. She is merely 500 years old. Everyone losing their minds over Kokomi because everyone... Yep, exactly. People complaining when they got Yoimiya after building pity for Raiden. You don't build pity on banners, people. You gotta learn. Dude, people were so mad about that, though. Everyone wishing on Yoimiya's banner to build pity for Raiden. Yikes. Thinking this way was the way to unlock 5-star characters. I wish. I have all the freaking story quests done. I want all of these 5 stars. Unfortunately, the most iconic incident for me will forever be Google Classroom. Yep, that's still hilarious. I love its Google Classroom. People glitching underground in Leeway to reach Inazuma. Yep, and we talked about that. The long Ayaka banner. Kave hackers. Kave. Everyone remembers the Kave incident. I mean, that's hilarious. It really stuck with people, and I love that. We're never going to see anything like that again, probably, so treasure it. And then this will be the last one we do. The Staff of Homeless incident that led to the weapon banner getting the epitomized path system. Really? That was because of the Staff of Homa? Interesting. That's actually, I did not know that. Limited events requiring you to spend resin. Yep. The rumor that chests respawn. Bro, I fell for this so many times when I was just starting the game. I really wish chests respawned, or at least some. That would literally break the game, but in a good way. God, I wish chests respawned. And then testing if the new character can kill all of Timmy's pigeons. Bro, we still do that. Everybody does that. Still, I do that. Whenever I get a new character, I always go to Timmy's pigeons and just go, snipe, you're dead, and kill them all. So, yeah, I think everybody should do that. New players, old players. You get a new character, you got to test them and kill all of Timmy's pigeons. So, yeah, this was a nice trip down memory lane, taking a nice peek at what people had to say for what incidents people will remember forever about Genshin, but new players would really never know about. So, hope you guys enjoyed. This was really fun. And if you have any other ideas, just let me know. Take care of yourselves. See you next time. Peace out.